Broncos country. The wait is over. A new season is here, and Denver is entering it with something we haven't seen in years: health, momentum, and belief. The analysts are starting to notice. The critics are starting to fold. And suddenly, the Denver Broncos are being talked about as a team that could shock the entire NFL. From Marvin Mims bouncing back stronger than ever, to J.K. Dobbins fighting through rehab like a warrior, to Sean Payton's leadership reshaping this team's culture, it all points to one thing: Denver is ready to rise. The Denver Broncos just got hit with a wave of incredible news, and it couldn't have come at a better time, right before kickoff against the Tennessee Titans. Broncos country has been waiting for a spark, and now it feels like the tide is turning in our favor. One of the biggest concerns heading into this season was the health of wide receiver Marvin Mims. Over the weekend, he left practice early with what was feared to be a nagging groin injury. For a player who relies on speed, agility, and explosive cuts, that kind of setback could have been devastating. But here's the twist: it's not bad news, it's great news. Tests showed no serious issues, and Mims was already back at practice the very next day. For a young receiver built on quickness and shiftiness, that return is nothing short of huge. And here's why it matters: Sean Payton has always been cautious with injuries. If there's even a hint of concern, he'll hold players out as a precaution. We've seen it with Dre Greenlaw, with Alex Singleton, and others. But with Mims, he wasn't just back, he was practicing full speed. That tells you everything you need to know. This isn't just a player returning to the field. This is a statement. The Broncos are healthier, tougher, and more prepared than we've seen in years. And with Week 1 on the horizon, this is exactly the momentum boost Broncos country has been waiting for. Let's not forget, Marvin Mims is far more than just a punt returner. Sure, he's electric in the return game, but his true impact comes as a wide receiver. Think back to his last 5 games, that explosion against Cincinnati with 103 yards and 2 touchdowns, then the Kansas City battles where he kept finding the end zone. He was on fire, closing out the season with the kind of momentum that makes defenses lose sleep. That's why seeing him bounce back from this injury scare is so important. It means he's ready to pick up right where he left off. But the good news doesn't stop there. The Broncos also got a massive boost on the health front with J.K. Dobbins, his doctor, the same one who helped stars like Shohei Ohtani and Kobe Bryant recover, praised Dobbins' relentless work ethic, saying if every athlete attacked rehab the way he does, every case would be a success. That tells you everything about the kind of player and competitor we have in Denver. And it matches what Sean Payton has been saying all offseason. The Chargers tried to hold on to him with a rare tender for a reason, because when healthy, Dobbins is a nightmare for defenses. Last year, he was the most dangerous running back in the AFC West, and if he gets the carries this season, his yards per carry numbers could put him among the best in NFL history. Hearing that he's attacking his rehab with unmatched intensity should have Broncos country fired up. This isn't just optimism, this is a glimpse of what could be a comeback story that reshapes the entire offense. We've also been hearing from players around the league, and their words carry weight. Take Evan Engram, for example. When asked about the Broncos' medical and performance staff, he didn't hesitate. He called it the best he's ever been around. That kind of praise doesn't come lightly, especially from a veteran who knows what it takes to survive a full NFL season. Sean Payton echoed that same belief just days ago, calling Bo Lowry the best in the world at keeping players healthy. And this isn't just coach speak or hype. Players believe it. It's one of the reasons talents like Talanoa Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw, guys who battled injuries late last season, chose Denver as their next destination. It's more than Payton's pull as a coach. When you combine his vision with the resources of the league's wealthiest ownership, you create an environment where players know they'll be taken care of, where their careers can thrive. And make no mistake, this season's success will depend heavily on health. Denver's free agent additions, our offensive weapons, our defensive anchors, it all comes down to staying on the field. The fact that players themselves are saying this is the best medical and rehab system they've ever experienced speaks volumes. It's no wonder so many are starting to look at the Broncos differently. Across the country, analysts, reporters, and fans are beginning to sense it. Something special is building in Denver. Across the NFL, more and more voices are calling it. the Denver Broncos aren't just a playoff dark horse, they're contenders to win the AFC West. That would mean hosting a playoff game, something this fan base has been starving for. Even national analysts like Chris Sims, a former NFL quarterback with deep ties to the game, have stepped forward, saying this could be the year Denver finally takes down the Chiefs. And that sentiment is spreading fast. The Broncos aren't sneaking up on anyone anymore. People are starting to believe. And why not? This is a team that won 10 games last year, then went out and filled its remaining holes with Pro Bowl-level talent and hungry young players. Add to that the strength of a front office and medical staff that keeps this roster healthy, and the formula is starting to look dangerous. What stands out most is how Sean Payton has handled the preseason. While other teams played it safe, wrapping starters in bubble wrap, Denver took the opposite approach. Payton put his key players on the field, got them real reps, and made sure they were battle-tested before Week 1. It was a risk, yes, but one that could pay off in a big way. Now these Broncos are used to contact, used to full speed, and used to game tempo. That edge could be the difference when the real games begin. The Broncos are determined to keep this streak of good health alive, and if that holds, the defense is set up to dominate. Reports coming out of Tennessee point to rookie quarterback Cameron Ward starting in Week 1. And while the Titans are excited about his potential, there's a glaring reality. Ward only threw 19 passes in the entire preseason, and those throws came on just a handful of routes. That's where the advantage swings heavily toward Denver. Patrick Surtain, too, is more than just a shutdown corner. He's a football supercomputer. When a rookie quarterback comes in with such a limited route tree, Surtain is going to know exactly where the ball is headed before it even leaves Ward's hand. And if the numbers show Ward favors the right side of the field, then Payton can lock Surtain in on that side and erase it completely. Suddenly, half the field is gone. That opens the door for rising stars like Riley Moss. National voices may have doubted him when Denver added Jaquan Brisker to the secondary, but Moss has only continued to climb, proving he belongs. This matchup is the perfect stage for him to reintroduce his name to the NFL world. So while the Titans may be confident in their rookie quarterback, the Broncos have the defensive firepower and the experience to make his first NFL start a nightmare. This feels like the start of a resurgence. Players are stronger, more prepared, and more focused than ever. Everything is trending upward for the Denver Broncos, and this week it's all coming together. Vegas has already spoken. The Broncos are 8-point favorites, the largest line across the entire NFL. That tells you how dominant this team is expected to be. And looking at Tennessee's offense, it's hard to imagine them moving the ball consistently against this defense. On the other side, Bo Nix and the offense are out to silence the critics. The preseason may not have given them much of a stage, but that only fuels the fire. Week 1 is their chance to prove they're more than ready, to show the league that Denver's attack is balanced, explosive, and built to win now. This isn't just another game. This is the start of something bigger. Broncos country finally has reason to believe again, and the road ahead looks brighter than it has in years. This is the moment Broncos country has been waiting for. The players are healthy. The roster is stacked. The defense is hungry, and the offense is about to silence every doubt. Week 1 is more than just a game, it's the start of a new chapter. So buckle up, because the Denver Broncos are coming with fire, and the rest of the league better be ready. Broncos country, the time has come. Let's ride into a new era.